Hey everybody, welcome to Wade's World on Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Wade Cleary with Century 21 Executive Team. And this will be the final installment of the month of March for spring cleaning tips and maintenance tricks. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how to improve the drainage or to clear the blockage out in a bathroom sink. Now there's usually two areas that are the kind of main culprits for blockage or slow drains in a sink, and that's going to be the plunger mechanism area and then also the P-trap, that U-shaped tube underneath the sink. So I'm going to go ahead and shift the camera down there and get into it. So when you pull the plunger on top, this is what it looks like underneath the sink. Okay, so I'm good and wedged underneath my sink, and I think I can see this, film this, and narrate it. So I'm just going to go over the basic parts. I'm not going to tell you all the formal names, but there you have this plate right here with all these holes, and then you have the rod that connects into the plate. Now this plate is the actual, the stem that you pull to actually pull the plunger up and down and seal the sink, so you can actually fill it with water, or you can actually release all the water out. Now what goes on behind this wall here, this tube, is that we're going to pull this cap off right here, and then you're going to see that the rod continues on, and then that's what grabs the bottom of the plunger mechanism. So what you want to do next is there's these little finger tabs, as you can see, and this is all just hand tightened. You're just going to go ahead and loosen this, and then you'll see the little plastic ball that sits inside this little valve right here. And normally what I would do if the sink didn't allow me to is there's a spring clip right here. I don't know if you can see it, this cap's in the way. This spring clip right here. What I would do is I would pinch that, and that would allow this metal plate to kind of slide up and down or slide all the way off. I can kind of cheat this by squeezing this and sliding it up and then just pulling the ball out. Now, as you can see, this little seal has the extension right here. This is the part that actually sits in the bottom of the plunger. So let's go take a look up top and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I can go ahead and take the plunger out, and for the sake of TV, I've gone ahead and cleaned this so you don't have to deal with seeing all the muck and guck on there, but that's that little hole that I was telling you about. Now that's where the rod that sits inside the actual pipe installs to, and that's what, when you lever it up and down, will pull the actual plunger up or pull it down. Make sure when you reinstall this after you've cleaned it, that the hole is facing you or facing the faucet. You don't want to face it side to side because it's not going to capture. And what I do, as you can see, is it's kind of favoring the back side, is I go ahead and I put that backside piece in the hole like that, and then I'll go ahead and fish it through it from the bottom and reattach the rod. Okay, now for cleaning out the P-trap, again, don't need any tools, but you are going to want to grab a bucket and position it underneath the P-trap so that when you loosen up the rings, that you can get all the water captured into the bucket. So again, you're just going to want to loosen these. You can already hear and see the water coming out. Now this one ring, you're just going to go ahead and just thread it out and just pull that one there. And then on the second one, I've got 2 points of connection here. So I'm just going to loosen this lower one. And once that's released, I'm just going to go ahead and slide it down. And then, like I said, it's got a lot of water in there, but that big hair glob that you saw in the beginning of my video, that's what I pulled out of just the P-trap alone. So again, my daughter, has long hair. She's got a lot of hair. So that's what I did, is I just took this outside, I cleaned it all out, obviously cleared all the debris out, and now we're just going to go ahead and put this back together. Again, just going to go in reverse, slide this up. You're going to want to slide this portion up until the other piece kind of sits back, connecting over here. And then just go ahead and line the threads up. And again, with this, you don't need to go crazy tight, just a good hand tightening, and then you should be back in business. And what I do is, after you've hand tightened everything down, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the water on top and just make sure that I don't have any active leaks. So I'll just let that fill up because the water's coming down. It's filling up the P-trap right now. And then we'll just let that sit there for a couple minutes. If everything looks good and I don't see any active drips coming off the bottom of the P-trap, then we're good to go.